Okay, we are back with our second segment of wall practice. So you have already done the warm-up and the handstands, and now we're moving into our standing and forearm balance variants. So please, if you're just jumping right in, go warm up with something, like warm up a lot. Let's take downward facing dog, please. Adho Mukha Svanasana, with your toes tucked under and your feet against the wall. Spread the fingers. Step your right foot between the hands, left knee to the floor. Anjasana. This time around, we'll take it all the way up and over and find the hands on towards the wall. Melting into the hips. And take it back down, step back, down dog. And left foot between the hands, right knee to the floor. Arms forward and up, plug the upper arm bones in, lift it all the way up. Maybe it's up, maybe the hands comes over towards the wall. Come forward in the outer hips. And exhale. Take it back to the center. Step it back. Down dog. Come to plank pose. Roll over to plank. Hold your plank. Expand the back body. Glue your feet into the wall. Plug the front body. Expand into the back body. And exhale. Take it back. Step your right foot between the hands. High crescent lunge. Arms forward and up. Take it all the way up. Hands to the wall. And exhale, take it back. Downward facing dog. Left foot between the hands. Right foot against the wall. Inhale, take it forward and up. Maybe hands to the wall. Exhale, take it back to the floor. Down dog. Roll over onto your plank. Come all the way to the floor. Take your right arm out on the floor and shoulder stretch. Come over onto the right side. Come onto your left side. Left shoulder stretch. Have a good time laying on the side. And come to the center, hands by the shoulders. Come all the way up onto all fours. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot between the hands. Warrior two. Plug your left pinky toe side against the wall. Come all the way up into Virabhadrasana 2. Front knee over the front ankle. Flip your right palm up and take it up towards the sky. And bring your right fingers maybe towards the wall, bicep to ear, just long crescent. And slowly release. Take it into extended side angle. Bicep to ear, push with your left pinky toe side into the wall for a nice big anchoring in feeling. And windmill the left arm down and up. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Press your root of the big toes, the mounds of the big toes, strongly down. Exhale, take your hand to the hip, gaze down, take your right foot in, like a foot, and then step up and take your left foot on the wall for Ardha Chandrasana. Maybe adjust so that it feels perfect for your adductors, hamstrings. Right hand supporting either on a block or on the floor. For more challenge, take your hand right in front of your foot. If not, take it a little bit out to the side, so whichever works. Left arm up to the sky. Shoulder blades down onto the floor, onto your back. Let's leave them on the back. Yeah, let's do that. Bend into your standing knee and maybe lift your right arm up towards your heart. And exhale, bring it back down, hands to the floor. And from here, step it forward, come onto straight arms, come up onto your right toes. Ekapada Prasarita, Padottanasana, no wall. Straight arms, exhale, step it back. Down dog. Move about, take your vinyasa, stay in your down dog. Make some wiggles. Come onto your high crescent toes and step your left foot between the hands, right pinky toe side against the wall, and take a warrior two. Sweep the arms out to the side. Front knee over the front ankle. Right pinky toe side is plugged against the wall. Flip your left palm, take it up and up and up and towards the back. Maybe it goes to the wall for some of you. For me it does not. Bending the front knee, just getting a nice big crescent, long side body. Take your left fingers behind your left shin ankle, right arm up and over, extended side angle, Parsva Konasana. Push into your right foot, and from here, windmill down and up. Come to Trikonasana, right arm up to the sky, gaze up towards the thumb, and hand to hip. Gaze down, scoot your left foot in like a foot length or so, and step your right foot up onto the wall. Bend your left knee, take your right arm up. Bend your left knee for support so there's no hyperextension in the knees or in the hips. Take your left arm, hand maybe up to the heart. Maybe glue your feet super steady like Ganesha into the earth and into the ethereal earth, the wall, and take the gaze up. And exhale, release hands to the floor. Turn your hips. Take your palms down. Take your right leg up. Turn your right hip down and come up on your left toes. Ekapada Prasarita Padottanasana. Juice up into the shoulders, into the upper back. Exhale, release. Bring it back down. And come to down dog, please. Pedal into the back of the legs. Nice. Spread the fingers. From here, take your left heel into the wall and step your right foot forward, and then glue that left heel in. The toes are slightly turned out. Come with your hands to your hips. Turn your right hip back or in, plug it in towards the wall so your hips are facing forward. Take your arms up towards the sky. Warrior one. Open up your arms towards the right side. Maybe touch the right arm, fingers to the wall. Turn your shoulders so that they're forward and leave them forward. Take the palms up. Virabhadrasana one. Super powerful, charging all layers. And exhale, release hands to the floor. Take a pause. Step it forward to warrior three. No wall. Take your hands and support yourself on the floor. You can bend into your right knee. Bring your lower belly in, knit your ribs together. This is where we kind of plugged our ribs into the wall in the first video. Take your hands to the hips. Take your hands behind you, interlace, roll and open the shoulders. Take the gaze forward and smile. Then the body knows that everything's okay. And exhale, release. Take it all the way down. Step back, down dog. Take your right heel against the wall. It's going to lift as we move the left foot forward. Take the left foot between the hands, right heel in towards the wall, and take your arms forward and up for warrior one stance. Turn your hips forward into gonna help with the hips and the shoulders. We'll open into a, open up into a closed, a warrior twist. We'll just open to the left side. Left fingers to the wall, right arm forward. Left foot is forward. Look to the back. And slowly make it all the way back up to the front. Leave your hips and your shoulders facing forward. Virabhadrasana 1. Super powerful, building strength, building determination, and exhale, release, hands to the floor. Flip your back foot, step it up, warrior 3. Bend into your standing knee. Expand the back body, knit the front body together. Hip and ankle on your left leg is neatly stacked. Hands to the hips, hands behind you. Find your different clasp and take your arms up behind you. Look forward. Enjoy your Virabhadrasana 3, full power into all layers. And exhale, release. Hands to the sacrum, hands to the floor. Step it all the way back. Down dog. Right foot outside your right hand. Left foot against the wall. Find your block or take your forearms to the floor. So either forearms on floor, forearms on block. Push into the right foot, into the left foot for anchoring. Breathing, softening. And hands to the floor. From here, you can take your right arm underneath your right thigh or leg. You can stay here. Some of you are going to walk your right leg out for Ekapada Kundinasana and maybe lift your left leg up behind you. And bring it back down. And take it back. Down dog. Take your left foot outside your left hand. Take your hands. I think I need to clear some space. Take your either hands on the floor or forearms to blocks or forearms to the floor. Press into your right foot, into your left foot, anchor all sides. Have a nice external rotation on your left thigh, femur, plug your right femur in, and hands to the floor. Take your left arm underneath your left foot, spread your fingers, and maybe you stay, maybe you move your foot out, maybe you lift it up into Ekapada Kundinasana. And then exhale, bring it back down, step it back, downward facing dog. Step your one foot between your hands. Choose one foot. Come with your forearms to the floor. How are we doing? Are we doing good? Perfect. Take the forearms to the floor. Palms together for now. Bend into the knees. Raise the sacrum. And then from here, come back onto the hands and move to the wall, please. We'll start our journey into forearm balance with palms together. Elbows stacked above and below, shoulders and elbows stacked above and below each other, please. And that way we're neatly stacked on our skeleton system and we are not flailing out to the side and rounding the shoulders and flopping this way and that way. We'll keep it neat and clean. Our best. So let's take our palms together, elbows underneath the shoulders, hollow the upper arm bones in, and make your way up into your dolphin pose or half down dog. So we can always stay right here. You could turn in towards the opposite direction and walk your feet up. Or you can be right here and take your feet together and take one leg up and find your L shape and then sending up your other leg. You can go over and touch the wall, or you can be away from the wall, whatever works for you. Bring your floating ribs in towards the top of the hips. And exhale, bring it back down. Take the knees down and we'll take a little pause. And we'll take just a little check with our pinky and our thumb. Put the pinkies on the top of the hips and the thumbs on the floating ribs. And just kind of really expand into the back body and really make a good little memory in towards that midline. Just by having the thumb and the pinky on each side of the center line, I'm hoping that you feel something kind of flipping on right in towards the midline, right into the core, right into the energies going downward and the energies going upward in the center. So we'll hold that. And then we'll take it back down and do our forearm balance with the second leg. So whichever leg you did not use, see if you can use that this time around. Flush the forearms down, the head is off the floor, elbows and shoulders are stacked above and below each other. Walk in, and then from there, come up onto those toes we were earlier, and the one leg up in the air. And then from there, move your way up into your forearm balance with palms together. And at the same time, knitting that space together between the ribs and the hips. And then we'll come down the same way that we came up. And take a little pause in child's pose. And then from here, we'll take the palms behind the occipital ridge or the base of the skull and press the hands together, and the heel of the hand is pressing into the base of the skull, and we are just pressing into each other and lifting up into more space for the neck, more space for the chest, for the heart, for the lungs, more space for the spine. And slowly bringing it all the way back down. And then we will take a block and do just that. Take a block or a thick book, or do what we just did. A thick, like, I don't know, like a hard cover of Gone with the Wind or something like that, or Mist of Avalon or The Red Tent. Those kind of thick books, so maybe tape them together. So take your block and put it onto the floor. We're going to put it right behind the skull. So we're not going to have the head on the floor, but the block is going to be on the floor. We're going to press the block into the back of the head and help hug into the midline with a nice supportive plug in towards the block. Press the head into the block, block into the head, the back of the head. So there's like a nice circuit going on, and it's just so much easier to lift up, and we're getting so much more juiciness in towards the upper back. Shoulders gets to open. You can stay here, hang out. And then we'll come back down the same way we came up. Take a pause, and then we'll do it again on the second leg. The leg that did not lift up first. Head off the floor, forearms on the floor, one leg up, and the other one comes and glues itself onto your foot, or it goes into the wall, and we support ourselves into the wall. And then gently come back down the same way we came up. And keep the block if you want it for your full forearm Pincha Mayurasana variant. I like to have the block for my one shoulder. It helps to really keep it into the center. So maybe you'll keep your block and take your thumb and index around it. Spread your fingers, elbows underneath your shoulders. This will be a whole different turn on the shoulders. So see which one works the best for you. Walk your feet in, take one leg up, claw your fingertips, bring your hips over your shoulders, and come into Pincha Mayurasana with your palms down, with a whole new feeling in towards shoulders, in towards upper back, in towards the center line. And slowly come and take a little pause before we switch and go up with our second leg. Spread the fingers, come back up, and glue your palms down, glue your fingers down, and flush your forearms down like you have little suction cups onto the entire forearm. Vacuum suck your belly in, hold your core, squeeze all muscles into the midline, and exhale, bringing it back down for child's pose. And slowly make your way up from here. We are going to clasp our hands behind our back and tuck the toes under and sit back down onto the heels. Roll the shoulders up and back and take the top of the head towards the floor and lift your arms up towards the sky for bunny pose. And exhale, bring it back down and take a seat. Take your arms forward, plug the upper arm bones in, arms to the sky, palms together, and from here, I think you can see here the side of the waist. We're going first. The arms are upper arms are kind of right aligned with the top of the head. So if you could lift it all the way up so that your side body grows long, because we're going to go from headstand to headless headstand or forearm balance with palms together. So we'll do that. Either you do it right there like we just did, or if you are familiar with this and you like to practice it, I'm teaching this in mind to my students that we do this together, and so I know most of them are very happy to do these things. If this is like out of your range, then please just sit on your knees and do just this. Many options, okay? If not, we're gonna start with the feet up onto the wall. Place your hands for headstand 1. I like to interlace the fingers, put the top of the head to the floor, walk your feet in and lift it up into your headstand 1. Take your feet onto the wall, the heels onto the wall, and then from here, press your forearms down and use your core and lift your head off the floor. And then there you are into your headless headstand, and then bring it back down and bring it back up. So you're barely touching the top of the head, but we're doing the same thing, side body long. One more, let's do one more. Then we'll take it back down. Nice, and come all the way down. Turn so that you have your feet against the wall. Take your yoga mat and scrunch it up. Take another tiger dog. Bend your knees, stretching to your right side, your left side. Come to down dog, spread your fingers. Take your feet against the wall. Step your right foot between the hands. Take your left heel against the wall and come into Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. You can hinge and fold over your front leg, relax your shoulders. Elbows out to the side. We're moving into a twist, Parvata Trikonasana. Maybe the hand can be inside your foot, or maybe your hand will be outside. I like to use a block. Use what works for you. Left hand onto something, floor leg block, right hand to the hip. Plug your right hip back. Press into the legs, into the feet. Take your right arm up towards the sky. Take the gaze up. And exhale, release, bring it back down. Step it forward, switch sides, right heel against the wall. First fold forward for your Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. Your right heel is anchoring in towards the wall, head towards the left knee. Elbows out to the side. You can leave your right hand where it is on the inside, or you can plug it to the outside of your left ankle, shoulder and wrist straight down. Left hand to the left hip. Twist and turn, and maybe lift your left arm up for Parvata Trikonasana. And exhale, release, take it all the way back down. Step forward, please. Come to forward fold again for another nice turning the palms underneath your feet. Padahastasana, massaging in towards the palm of the hand. I like to squeeze my toes in towards the wrists. See if you can relax the elbows and the shoulders. And then slowly bring it back down and come and take a seat. And we have come to the end of our second segment. And I am looking forward to see you in the third segment of this wall practice, where we will come into some back bends. So I'll see you there. Click on over.